El remate desde ahí. ¡Espectacular!
Right now, there is an 18-year-old walking onto football pitches across Europe, and the best defenders on the planet have absolutely no idea what to do about it. They double-team him. He dribbles past both of them. They foul him. He gets back up and scores anyway. They park the bus. He rips it apart with a pass nobody on the field saw coming. His name is Lamine Yamal, and the problem he's causing isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. And honestly, it's starting to look completely unfair. Let me put this into perspective for you. Before Lionel Messi turned 18, he had made 9 appearances for Barcelona and scored exactly 1 goal. 1 single goal. Cristiano Ronaldo, 19 appearances, 5 goals, and 4 assists at Sporting Lisbon. Both legends, both all-time greats who went on to dominate the sport for nearly 2 decades. Now look at Lamine Yamal. Before his 18th birthday in July 2025, he had already racked up 25 goals in 106 appearances for Barcelona's first team, earned 20 caps for Spain's senior national team, scored 6 international goals, and helped his country win the European Championship. He didn't just beat Messi and Ronaldo's early numbers. He obliterated them, combined, and somehow, he's only gotten significantly better since then. Here's where it gets genuinely scary for every defender watching this right now. This season alone, in La Liga 2025-26, Yamal has already bagged 10 goals and 8 assists in just 19 matches, carrying an average match rating of 8.44 out of 10. That's not good for his age elite. That's best player on the pitch every single week elite. He's completed 95 dribbles in the league this season, 95 successful dribbles. There was a game against Real Sociedad in January where he pulled off 11 dribbles in a single match. 11. Defenders aren't just struggling to stop him. They're struggling to stay on their feet when he shifts direction. His 168 progressive carries this season mean he's constantly driving the ball into dangerous territory, beating opponents in one-on-one situations, and putting Barcelona into attacking positions that nobody else can create. Nobody in La Liga at his position comes close to those numbers. And he's doing something right now that should genuinely terrify the rest of European football. As of early February 2026, Lamine Yamal has scored in 5 consecutive matches across all competitions, finding the net against Mallorca, Albacete, Elche, Copenhagen, and Real Oviedo. He has scored or assisted in 6 straight games running. The last time Barcelona had a player on this kind of unstoppable streak at this age, they were watching a 19-year-old Messi start to unlock God mode. Except Yamal hit this form a full 3 years younger than Messi did. Let that sit with you for a second. He just became the highest scorer under 19 years of age in the history of Europe's top 5 leagues, surpassing Kylian Mbappe's record of 23 goals scored before turning 19. Yamal now sits at 24 and climbing fast. Think about what that actually means. He outscored Mbappe, he outscored Wayne Rooney, he outscored Ansu Fati, Bojan Krkic, and yes, even the great Lionel Messi, all at the same age. This isn't a future star you're watching develop. This is a current superstar who just happens to still be a teenager. He's already at 15 goals across all competitions this season, rapidly closing in on the 18 he scored across the entirety of last campaign, and there's nearly half the season still left to play. But here's the thing most people completely miss about the Lamine Yamal problem. It's not just the goals, it's the complete and total destruction of defensive game plans. Girona's manager Michel was asked before their February 2026 La Liga match how teams can possibly stop Yamal and Barcelona's attack. His answer was painfully honest. He said, quote, "Their right side is particularly dangerous due to Lamine Yamal. We might be discussing a player who could potentially shape an era on a global scale." He went on to explain, he can deliver the ball using the outside of his foot and can also put in a cross. If you get too close, he'll simply maneuver past you. We're dealing with a player who can change the dynamics of a match. He then added that coaches need to make things challenging for Yamal, but flat out refused to share any specific tactics. And let's be honest, that's because there are no specific tactics. There is no blueprint to stop this kid. He is 5 feet 10, about 159 pounds, and he's making 200-plus pound center backs look like they're trying to defend in quicksand. His vision is what truly separates him from every other young talent on the face of the earth. This season, he's created 54 chances and 20 big chances in La Liga alone. 20 big chances created by one player. That means 20 times he has put a teammate directly into a position where they absolutely should score. For context, most elite playmakers in the Premier League or La Liga don't hit that number over an entire full season. Yamal's done it by February. His passing accuracy sits at 81%, with 781 successful passes this campaign. When he's not scoring, he's orchestrating. When he's not orchestrating, he's dribbling past three players and creating chaos out of nothing. Now let's talk about the Champions League, because this is where legends are truly forged, and Yamal is already rewriting its record books. He broke Kylian Mbappe's record for the most goal contributions by a player aged 18 or younger in Champions League history. Yamal now has 14, 7 goals and 7 assists across 28 appearances. The previous record holder, Mbappe, had 13. Behind them both, Raul had 7, Jude Bellingham had 6, Rodrigo had 6. Nobody else under 19 has even touched double digits in the competition's history, and Yamal blew past every single one of them. He also became the youngest player ever to score and assist in the same Champions League match when he accomplished that feat against Benfica at 17 years and 241 days old. He broke Briel Embolo's record by a full 22 days, and he did it with a curling left-footed effort from the edge of the box that UEFA nominated for Goal of the Day. This kid doesn't just show up in Europe's biggest club competition, he owns it. And if you somehow forgot his Euro 2024 performance, let me refresh your memory. At 16 years and 362 days old, Lamine Yamal scored that goal against France in the semifinal. A breathtaking 25-yard curling left-footed strike that beat goalkeeper Mike Maignan and sent Spain to the European Championship final. He became the youngest player to ever score in a European Championship or a World Cup, smashing a record previously held by the legendary Pelé. Let me say that again. A 16-year-old from Barcelona broke a scoring record held by Pelé, the guy most people consider the greatest footballer who ever lived. Spain went on to win the entire tournament, and Yamal was named Young Player of the tournament. Fast forward 1 year to the 2025 Nations League semifinal, and he did it again, against France. He scored twice in a breathtaking 5-4 thriller that became the highest scoring match in Nations League history, and Yamal was undeniably the best player on the pitch. France keeps running into this kid on the biggest stages in world football, and France keeps losing because of him. So what does Barcelona do with a weapon like this? Simple. They locked him down and threw away the key. In May 2025, Yamal signed a brand new contract through 2031. His release clause? 1 billion euros. That translates to roughly $1.05 billion. Let that number sit in your brain for a moment. Barcelona's president, Joan Laporta, said Yamal deserves special treatment and that his salary should reflect his performances on the pitch, not his age. Paris Saint-Germain reportedly offered 200 million euros to try and sign him. Barcelona said no without a single moment of hesitation. Reports from Saudi Arabia suggested a staggering 400 million euro offer was being drawn up. Barcelona didn't even flinch. Because you don't sell a generational talent, you build your entire club's future around him. And to send that message to the entire football world, Yamal was handed the iconic number 10 jersey, the same number worn by Messi, by Ronaldinho, by Rivaldo. At Barcelona, that's not just a number stitched on the back of a shirt, that is a crown. But it hasn't been entirely smooth sailing, and that's actually part of what makes this story so compelling. Yamal has been battling a sports hernia in his groin area, a nagging condition called pubalgia that caused a genuine tug-of-war between Barcelona and the Spanish Football Federation. In November 2025, Barcelona performed an invasive radiofrequency treatment on Yamal without informing Spain's national team beforehand. Spain released a public statement expressing surprise and dismay. Barcelona fired back, insisting they acted responsibly and in coordination with the player's medical needs. The treatment was overseen by renowned Belgian surgeon Ernest Schilders, a specialist in pubic and adductor injuries. The required recovery window was 7 to 10 days, meaning Yamal had to miss international duty entirely. This very public battle tells you everything you need to know. Two of the most powerful football institutions in the world are literally fighting over who gets to manage and protect this 18-year-old's body because they both understand he is the single most valuable asset in all of professional sports right now. And then there's the Ballon d'Or conversation, which is where things get truly fascinating. In September 2025, Yamal finished second in the Ballon d'Or voting, behind PSG's Ousmane Dembélé, who led Paris Saint-Germain to their first ever Champions League trophy. La Liga president Javier Tebas went on record saying Yamal was denied the award purely because of his age. If he had been older than 23, he would have won it too, I'm sure, Tebas declared publicly. Yamal himself handled the moment with remarkable maturity, posting on Instagram, "God's plan is perfect, you have to climb to get to the top." But here's the detail that keeps the entire football world buzzing. Had Yamal won, he would have shattered Cristiano Ronaldo's record as the youngest Ballon d'Or winner in history. Yamal was 18. Ronaldo was 23 when he first lifted that golden ball. Yamal still has 2 full years to break that record, and based on the trajectory he's on right now, it's not a question of if, it's only a question of when. He told Spanish outlet Diario AS that he hopes to win the Ballon d'Or before 2029, because achieving it would mean winning the Champions League with Barcelona and the World Cup with Spain. Those are his 2 remaining dreams. He is only 18 years old, and his personal to-do list reads like the career highlight reel of most all-time greats when they look back in retirement. So let me bring this back to the central question of this entire video. Why is the Lamine Yamal problem getting worse? Because he is still improving every single month, every single week. His shot accuracy is sharper. His decision-making in the final third is colder and more clinical. His ability to perform through physical discomfort is extraordinary for any player, let alone a teenager. His big game mentality is already world-class. He has scored in Clásicos against Real Madrid, in Champions League knockout rounds, in European Championship semifinals, and in Nations League thrillers. He doesn't shrink on the biggest stage, he expands. Each season he adds another dimension to his game, another weapon that defenders simply cannot prepare for or predict. And here's what should keep every single rival fan up at night. Barcelona currently sits first in La Liga goal difference with a staggering +40 margin. Their squad is built around Yamal's brilliance, and it is working at a frightening level. Hansi Flick's high-intensity system has unleashed a player who is shattering every record that existed before him and creating brand new ones that might stand for decades to come. Defenders don't have an answer, managers don't have a game plan, rival clubs don't have enough money to even dream about signing him. The Lamine Yamal problem isn't just getting worse, it might genuinely be the most beautiful problem that football has ever seen. Now here's what I need from you before you click away. Where do you think Lamine Yamal ranks when it's all said and done? Are we looking at the greatest of all time, or is it way too early to even have that conversation? Drop your honest answer in the comments right now because I am reading every single one of them. If this video opened your eyes even a little, smash that like button so hard your screen cracks, share this with a friend who still thinks Yamal is just a kid, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, seriously, what are you even waiting for? Hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell right now so you never miss a breakdown like this, and we'll see you in the next one.